I'm in front of this really big castle. The walls are, whole thing is kind of shiny
Mm-hmm.
and very smooth. Um, it's kind of like metal, but yeah. And the castles, the tips of the castle are all like very pointy, and it goes up very high. It's really big, and there's in front of me is just a big door to
Mm-hmm.
the castle. The main looks like the main entrance, and I feel like I have something. I don't live here, but I have something to do here. Something to do.
So is there anything else beside the castle that you notice there?
Kind of the surroundings are. It's surrounded by a forest, lots of trees, some like hills and mountains. I think the sky is almost like a purpley, violety sky.
So does this feel like an old castle?
And it feels no, it no, it feels well, it kind of feels new. It's all very clean, very new.
And what feeling do you get when you're looking at this castle?
Just a big eminence. It's very eminent, very it's like a central area, central.
Very good. Are there any movements that you can see? Is there anything going on there?
I think just people
Mm.
coming in and out, kind of going through the door, some leaving, some going.
So how do these people look like?
Uh, um, they have they're kind of they're humanoid, like they're really big, um, almondy eyes. I'm trying to look at this woman, but it's kind of hard.
Mm.
I feel like face kind of keeps changing. I want to say her
Okay.
skin is almost like pink,
Okay.
pinkish. I think
Very
their
good.
heads are kind of big, like big, kind of like foreheads, big tops of their heads.
Very good. Let's take a moment and look at yourself. Look at your feet. Look down at your feet and tell me what you notice.
The first impression I got was I feel like I'm blue. I don't know. I think barefoot. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I think I'm barefoot. My
Okay.
feet and legs look blue.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
How does the rest of the body look?
It's hard. It's hard for me to see it. I'm trying to look at my arms.
Mm-hmm. Just take a deep breath in and sink your consciousness in that body. And sink it deeper. Connect with that body. Become one with that body. And take a look at your hands and arms again and tell me what you see.
Yes, I'm blue and I have long arms. They're skinny, long arms, and they're kind of almost very. I feel like they're slightly scaly with like a slight greenish, silverish tint. Slightly scaly skin, just ever so scaly.
Mm-hmm.
It's smooth, and I my eyes are like a pointy chin. I'm blue, and I have like a pointy chin and very black eyes.
Are you tall or short?
Tall, pretty tall. Yeah, I would say 8 or 9 feet tall.
Oh, wow. And does the body feel male, female, or genderless?
Can't tell. Don't. I feel I don't feel like I resonate really with like one or the other particularly.
Okay, very good. Are you young or are you an old being?
And I feel like I'm in the middle. Like I haven't lived a very long time in regards to other people I know, but I am not young. I'm not a youth. I'm in the middle. I'm an adult.
Okay. So are there others around you like you?
Yeah. Yeah. There's other people that look like me.
Okay. Very good. What are they doing there?
They're talking with each other. There's some in a group. There's some walking out.
Okay.
I'm closer to the giant door now.
What do you want to do next?
Go inside.
Okay. Go ahead.
Wow. There's really beautiful lights everywhere on the ceiling. It's kind of red. It's kind of red inside, almost a reddish. The lights give it like a reddish yellow, orangey hue. It's a very big room. Lots of lights.
Beautiful.
It's also kind of dim compared to outside. The lights aren't very bright, lighting everything up. It's more the lights are there, but it's not very bright inside. It's darker.
So do you find this place to be familiar to you?
Yes. Yeah.
So what happens next?
Walked through that room. There was I think that room was maybe like a just place where people go and sit and talk and chat and things. And so I walked through it and went going through a door here, or not a door, but a doorway into like a brighter hallway. It's very white, very bright white. Like everything is just very like a white, very clean white. It's like I can't see where the light's coming from. It's just everything is just light. Is bright white light.
Do you notice anything else about this hallway?
The walls are very smooth white, almost like a glass smooth.
Keep on walking and tell me what happens.
Passing a couple people, just going straight down. Took the right. Okay. It looks like I'm coming into this room with like a it's almost it's kind of like it looks like a conference room, but it's all just white. It's completely white.
Okay.
Big table in the middle, really long table with maybe 16 chairs around it or something. Maybe more, 20 chairs. And I want to say that there's lights. There's like there's not little, there's like there's just beings like kind of floating in the chairs. They're all just made of light, just like white, different, like mostly white, but a few different subdued colors, floating balls.
Very good. So what's the point of this conference? Are you attending this conference?
I am. I have something, I want to say something to present. They're there. Yeah, I'm there to talk to them about something. I have something to present to them. I think not like a thing, but an idea.
What is this idea that you're presenting?
I'm giving them. It's confusing. I'm giving them a visual of a planet of like I'm giving them a visual of like an interplanetary like highway kind of thing where it's not made of physical, it's not a physical highway, it's an energetic highway. I'm just telling them an idea about energetic highways between these planets that will make it easier and quicker to travel for certain beings and things that will help. Yeah, that'll help like commerce, I guess.
Okay. Yes.
And trading and visiting and just traveling in general. I don't think I was alone in creating this idea. I'm just like the person who goes and tells them, and I think they like it. I think, I don't.
What is the reason you're presenting this idea?
To kind of get permission and to start and get their help with starting the work of building the energetic pathways.
So you just want to make everything easier and more connected.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And it's almost like they like knew my idea. It's almost like they knew my idea already, that like I just came there to present it for like a formality kind of thing. And they were like, yeah, let's do that. Like that's, and I was like, sweet, I already knew you were going to say that, but.
So who are these beings? Who are these beings exactly?
They're like a intergalactic. They're like a council.
Okay.
Of high beings that have to do with infrastructure between planets or I think, between planets. I'm not sure if it's between galaxies as well. I feel like maybe it's one galaxy. Yeah, they deal with infrastructure and inner workings like between planets and their relationships as well and things, and try and just like make everything work well and work smoothly.
Okay. So what part of the galaxy are you talking about here?
It's I don't know. My visual was a very white planet.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very white, kind of white, bluish white. And, but I think we want to do it for a bunch of planets, for 8 or 9
Okay.
initially. Start making them initially start with, one pathway at a time, but eventually expand to more and more and more planets.
That's very ambitious.
Yeah, it's going to take some time, I think, to get all that done, but it'll be really worth it in the end.
So what happens next when you're presented this idea?
I think they tell me that they're contacting other like councils on other planets to tell them that we all want to start building these energetic pathways, highways. Yeah, it's like just the very beginning. I feel like they're just communicating with other councils, kind of saying that we want to start on this now.
Do you feel like there's anything at all that you need to share about this scene?
I feel like I'm receiving healing from them by being in their presence.
What kind of healing are you receiving?
Like a clearing, like an energetic clearing and kind of energizing. Yeah.
Very
I think
good.
it's time to go.
Mm-hmm.
The meeting is over.
Okay. So where do you want to go next?
So far, I'm just walking back down the hallways out to the main. No, no, I want to visit someone first.
Okay.
Someone that I think like works here or something.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's just move forward and let's go visit that person. And you're there now. Tell me what he looks like.
He's more, he looks kind of like me, but he's green.
Mm-hmm.
He's so it's all white still. He's sitting at a white desk. I feel like maybe we're old friends, and I just wanted to say hi because I'm not in this area very much, but I knew that he would be here after the meeting working.
Right.
So
look into his eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Do you recognize these eyes?
it's hard because they're black.
Just feel and tell me if you feel the connection you have.
Can't tell. I want to. It's hard. I'm trying to think of like the feeling of someone that I know in this life not coming up.
That's
exactly.
Okay. So tell me how the conversation goes.
He asked me how the meeting went. It went good. How's he been? He has a family. How's his family been? Good. I've been good. Working, traveling between planets a lot. I'm not sure that I have a family. So he's asking me mostly about what I've been up to. Yeah, just working on this project, working out the logistics of the project with different planets and things.
Right. Do you sense that you have a family? Or not?
I have a mother and father.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have any children. I don't think I have any children or a partner or anything.
So let's close this scene right now and let's drift and flow to the next important scene in that lifetime. 3, 2, and 1. You'll be there now.
So I think I'm on a different planet now, where it's much more red. Huh. I think it's, yeah, instead of it being purple and very like bright, it's kind of darker. I think it's cloudy, but the clouds are, there's like red coming through the clouds. And I think there's, I think something, oh, I think there's like a fight. It's the city is the town, or the city or whatever it is. I'm on the street, and there's buildings around, but the buildings are damaged, and I think there's shooting going on. There's shooting going on, kind of near me, but in the distance a little bit, not right where I am, but I'm running. I'm going for cover. I don't think I'm in the fight. I'm just kind of trying to get away from the fight. I feel like I was just like at the wrong place in the wrong time or something.
What happens?
I'm hiding behind a wall of a building. I'm not particularly afraid. I'm just basically trying not to get hurt.
Right.
I feel like I want, like it's in my nature to go and help the people who are shooting.
Yes.
Like settle their differences. I think that's a big thing that I do. But for some reason I know it's not going to really help, and that it's more likely that I would just get killed or something. So I just stay there.
Do you know the beings that are doing the fighting?
Yes, I know. It seems like there's beings on this planet are being attacked by beings from another planet. I don't know why I'm here. I don't really know. I don't know the beings personally.
Access your inner wisdom. What are you doing here exactly?
I think I kind of ended up here by accident. I was just traveling, and I didn't know that this was going on here. It used to be different here. It wasn't, so it was much more peaceful here before. It wasn't violent, and I came here to just come and visit because I like this planet, but it's not a good time to be here, obviously. Um,
So what do you do in this situation?
okay. I think I had been hiding for a while, but
Mm.
I stopped. I started walking um, towards the fighting, and now there's this. There's, I'm trying to talk to one of the people that live here that's fighting. Um, they're very light skinned people. He he's kind of in the back, so he's not like up at the front. There's kind of a lull, though there's a lull in the fighting right now. It's kind of
Mm.
quiet few moments. And I'm talking to him, asking him if there's any way I can help.
Mm.
And oh no, I think he's pointing the gun at me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I have my hands up. I'm trying to tell him that I don't mean any harm, but he's really scared right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think he thinks that I look similar to the beings that are attacking them. Uh, he ran away.
Mm.
I think yeah, he just ran away. Now I'm walking away.
Okay.
It's weird. Just that whole interaction felt like I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't really supposed to interact, but like I just got tired of doing nothing, and so I
Mm-hmm.
did, and then when I did, I realized that my intuition was right and that it wasn't a good idea in the first place, and I
Mm.
probably just scared him more.
It's pretty dangerous for you as well.
Yeah, yeah, I wasn't really afraid.
Mm.
It's just, yeah, it's like how exactly pretty much how I expected it to go, but I was hoping for a better outcome.
So is there anything that you're planning to do here?
I really want to help stop the fighting, but I don't know how.
What does your intuition tell you?
My intuition, it's weird. It's just telling me to go to the grasslands of this planet, that I should go to the grasslands and visit the people out there.
Mm.
It's peaceful. It's peaceful out there. It's like there's this city is being destroyed and it's like on fire, but the grasslands are safe. Fine. So I think I'm going to the grasslands now.
So what's your means of transportation through these grasslands?
I think I can just kind of I can just kind of go there. Like if I just think about it,
Mm.
I think I can do that in sort of short distances, with places that I'm familiar.
Mm.
Like I think actually I can maybe do that between planets too.
Wow. So do you go to the grasslands?
Yeah. So I'm in walking through the tall grass. It's really soft. It's really feels really good on my feet. Into the trees. And so I'm going into the trees to this little village that's in the trees. Some people are greeting me. They seem really friendly. They're friendly. I've been here before, I think. I come and visit. And going into this little hut. It's almost like this. Yeah, it's just like a pretty simple, like cloth hut. And I'm sitting down, and there's a man. He looks pretty human. He has like a long white beard and long white hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting here with him, and there's, I want to say there's like steam in the hut. There's lots of steam and some herbs and things. And I want to say he's like a healer, like some kind of like shaman type.
Okay.
He's pretty important around here. He knows a lot of the goings on the planet.
Mm.
Yeah, this makes sense because the man who pointed the gun at me looked similar to a human too, and so does he. Yeah.
Okay.
What am I asking?
Yeah.
I'm asking him what's going on, if there's any way to stop it. He's saying the native people angered. The native people made another race angry.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't his people. It wasn't his people who lived like more in line with nature. It was the other people who live in the cities and things. They angered these other beings
Right.
because they were trying to take technology from them. I think they're trying to take technology from them that they weren't ready for.
Mm. Not ignited at all?
I think initially these beings, not the ones of this planet, but the ones attacking this planet, initially these beings were just very like calm about telling them no and telling them that they weren't ready for this type of technology. And then the other beings, the beings of this planet, started doing bad things, like to their people, to try and get them to basically give them the technology. But so the people, the beings with the technology, had to react.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so it was necessary for them to retaliate.
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what specifically they did, but essentially they were trying to not have conflict, but also not give them the technology, but it didn't work. And so they eventually, it's the beings of this planet that were getting violent initially.
What was this technology that they really wanted? What did it do?
I'm seeing like a white light with it's like a white light on a stand with kind of a spherical silver bowl on the stand that's like holding this white light. I want to say it's just like an energy source that you can do a lot of things with. It's a certain type of energy, like a very pure powerful energy that you can use to travel instantaneously between worlds. You can use it to power whatever devices. You can use it to fix problems with your ecosystem. You can do a lot with it. You can do a lot with this technology.
Too powerful in the wrong hands, I guess.
Right. Yeah, these beings weren't evolved enough to be able to use this responsibly. Some of them would have used it responsibly for good, but it would have gotten into the wrong hands, and so the beings with the technology couldn't give it to them because it would have gotten into the wrong hands.
Yes.
He's asking me to go with him to this this little body of water that's sacred to them. And he's asked me to go with him and put energies into this area to calm down the people of the planet and things. Yeah, so we're going. So we're kneeling at this body of water now. And we're putting our hands just right on the surface of the water and putting light into the water. It's like I think this water is like a central hub for like other water systems. It's small though, but it's just not a central hub, but it's an area where you can influence a lot of other areas in the earth because it's connected like veins through water. And so yeah, so we're putting light, calming energy into it to help it flow through the planet.
And what happens to the planet when you do that?
The air seems to be lighter and it's starting to kind of clear up. Before, the air was very heavy. Seems like rain is coming into certain parts of the world, and wind is clearing a lot of energies. Wind is coming. And it's just like a calming energy starts to come out from the water.
Great.
Yeah, I think so. I must have come. I came here because I knew that he would be able to help. I knew that he had this ability to work with nature and to help change the vibrations of the planet just a little bit, just shift them a little bit, just so that it's just enough to help the situation. So I came here to ask him what was going on exactly, and then how we can help, and then to help him do this.
Very good. So is it working?
Yes, yeah. The rains are putting out fires in the cities. The winds are blowing really strongly on people, calming them, clearing their energies, charging them up with better energies. Seems like things are it seems like the planet's energy is already starting to calm down. The people's energy too, starting to calm down.
Amazing.
I think in time, this is what's going to help them reach a diplomatic solution. And it's going to help the people of this planet understand why they can't use this technology so widely yet.
Mm-hmm. Does it feel like you're complete here?
Yes, yeah. I want to know how it works out, but there's nothing else I can do, so I'm done.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything the shaman says to you when you leave?
Mm, nothing important. Just kind of hope to see you again soon, kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do you recognize the soul beyond these eyes?
I don't I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Okay.
kind eyes, but I don't recognize his energy.
Okay, good. So let's drift and float to another time that is of importance in that lifetime. Let's drift and float to the next important scene. 3, 2, and 1.
So I'm in another big building with lots of energy coming from over there in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's interesting. It's almost like a power plant. With a really similar energy source as the one, uh, the white one that can do a lot. It's like a very large form of it that.
Okay. So what happens when you connect with this energy?
So I'm here observing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here observing it with those other people who are kind of running it, who are just making sure that it's all stable and things and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that nothing's wrong with it. It's a big, giant, like round ball of white light with streaks of white light zipping around kind of the surface of it, like beams of energy.
Very good.
Seems like it's in working order. Everything's okay.
Okay. So let's take in that energy. Now let it flow through you, through your crown. How does this energy feel when it enters your body?
Extremely purifying. Like it's just very, very, very close to source energy as you can get in like a physical form. It's like a physical form of source energy that has been made to be in this physical place and do physical things, but in a very pure way. It's not muddled down.
Okay.
It's very white. It's just very purifying. That's the sense I'm getting.
Okay, very good. Ask it if it can do anything for you at this time.
It can do a lot. It seems it can cleanse energies. It can clear clear pathways in people's bodies. It can energize you. It can feed you. It can even sustain you.
So let's ask you if it can connect multidimensionally with your body as Nicholas, and ask what it can do for your body in this present life, at this moment.
It's kind of warming. It's yeah, so it's taking down inflammation, and it's warming, but it's balancing too. It's like balancing the temperatures, balancing between it's like balancing the polarity. Yeah, feels good. It's balancing.
Very good. Okay. So you're at this light, this structure. What are you doing here? What is the reason you're here?
I think I need to use it to travel somewhere really far. So I set my intentions of where I want to go and essentially step into it.
Okay. So where do you go?
Out of my body, I think. I don't think my body is coming with me. Feels like I'm just flying through space really quickly. I don't know. Still just flying.
So let's fast forward to the moment you arrive at your destination. You're there now. Where are you?
It's really white. Not white, light. It's very bright. I'm on a beach. Like white sand. Just at the ocean. You can feel the wind. Smells very nice. It's very bright. I just feel like a very high vibrational planet that I went to.
Okay. What's the purpose of you being?
Don't know exactly. I think it's like so I'm integrating with like the energies of the planet. My energy is integrating with the energies of the planet.
How does that feel?
Like vast, really big. It feels peaceful. Spread out. I feel more spread out now. Kind of. It's almost like I'm communicating with this planet. It's a really high vibrational planet.
Is that the reason why you're merging with it? To communicate with it?
I think it's to... It's trying to help it do something. Trying to help it send out. So I think it's oh, interesting. So I think it's an empty, it doesn't have really intelligent life on it yet, but it's very, it wants to. It wants to like be, it wants to have intelligent life upon it. And so it's sending out I'm helping it send out a signal in all directions. Wow. I'm just helping it send out the signal essentially to, it's like a call. Like a call for more, it's like a call for colonists from its area, because I'm very far away from where I'm from right now. Very, very, very far away. That's why I couldn't go there physically. It just would have, even with the technology we have, it would have taken a very long time.
Right.
And also I had to, it was quicker anyways because I had to integrate with the energy, and it's easier to do that in this subtler form.
Is this something you do often, leaving your physical body?
Not very often. I've never done it with a planet like this before. I've never merged with a planet. Like it's very comfortable to me to be out of that body, but I've never done this before.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's really, the planet's so beautiful. It's got so much sand. Lots of sand, like really, really beautiful vegetation. Lots of golden light, golden energies, golden white energy from this planet.
Do beings answer the call?
I think they will. They will eventually, but it's not going to happen right away. It's going to take some time.
Okay.
I'm just kind of enjoying being with this planet.
Yeah.
Almost don't want to leave.
Yeah, just enjoy it. We can stay here for a few seconds.
I can feel the gravity, and feel that perfect like push and pull, the balance of the forces of the star that I'm orbiting.
Wow.
So pleasant.
Harmonious.
It's all perfect. It's just, it has to be perfect, but it is. It is.
How is it that you were drawn to this planet? How did you know it needed help?
I believe I was picked for this. I think higher beings told me about this planet that needed help, and I was picked for this responsibility. So
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I could do it.
Beautiful.
I think I have I think the planetary consciousness doesn't have the best idea of where to send its
Mm.
energies,
Yes.
but I do. And so that's what I'm helping it with, is directing, essentially.
Yes, you don't want to invite the wrong people.
Right. Yeah, it's like almost like trying to find the planet's match.
So how does the high vibration feel of this planet?
So clear. It's just
Mm.
so it's like it's like familiar. It's like almost like if you had a body and you were imagining yourself floating in water and then becoming the water. That's what it feels like.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you feel like you're ready to leave this scene behind?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Is there anything else of importance about this planet that you need to know?
I don't think so.
Okay. So let's just drift and float and leave that scene behind you and drift and float to another important scene. 3, 2, and 1.
I'm with others like me around a table. We're all. I feel really happy to see them. They're happy to see me too. I think it's my family here. I'm a bit older now. I'm with others like me around a table. We're all. I feel really happy to see them. They're happy to see me too. I think it's my family here. I'm a bit older now. Yeah, it's just my family all around me. We're all just sharing stories and energies and things. They're
Mm-hmm.
also blue, really blue.
Really blue?
Their skin, yeah, so blue. Feels nice to be around them in the presence of familiar energies. I forgot what it was like to to be in the presence of energies of people of my kind
Mm-hmm.
in this incarnation. Is really pleasant. I think it's it's really important because I've been with so many other beings, like in energies and things, for most of my time. Most
Mm-hmm.
of my time is spent doing things on other planets and things, so it's very nice to just be back, kind of be back at home with my family. It's just very, how do I say it? It's very comforting.
Nostalgic?
Yeah, nostalgic.
Beautiful. Is there anyone around you that you recognize in the lifetime of Nicholas?
I think, yeah, I think one of someone that I someone that I know. I don't. They're not my parent, but they're like a parent.
Mm-hmm.
They're they've taught me a lot. I think it's my sister Jenny. I think I'm not sure about anyone else.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. So what happens next at this gathering?
It's to celebrate someone moving on.
Oh,
I think it's technically my father in that lifetime. It's yeah. I think he's deciding to move on. Move his consciousness out of this body now. Permanently. Return back to source.
Okay.
We're celebrating it. We're really happy for him. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. I think it's probably the last time I'm gonna see him. We're celebrating, so we're doing like games, kind of like almost not quite competitions isn't really the right word, but it's like we're all doing like physical things to and just really appreciating the feeling of having these bodies and things. All the feelings. Your muscles get tired when you're out of breath. All that. It's celebrating being in bodies and how wonderful it can be.
So let's go to the moment of your father's departure. Describe to me what's happened.
It's almost like he was just meditating and we were all in a meditative state. We're all out on the grass. There's like a big stone behind him. Big, almost looks like a Stonehenge kind of stone, where it's just big, that kind of shape. And he was meditating in front of it. His light left, and we all saw it too. It was really beautiful. Soul was very, very beautiful to look at. And his body seemed to just go into the earth, into the ground, just kind of dissolve into it. There isn't any crying or anything. It's just like, just happens, just anew. We're happy for him. Talking to my mother about how she wants to experience some more before moving on. She was younger than my father. I don't think they were really the ones who raised me exactly, but they gave me life.
Okay.
I think the ones who raised me have already moved on. I'm talking about them a little bit. I think that's it.
Is there anything else that's important in this scene?
It's important to recognize in this scene the beauty of physicality, I think. I am watching children play, and just not remembering, remembering what it feels like to be like that, and then just being like that, even though I'm much older, and for that feeling of just play and just no rules and just using your body for enjoyment and fun. That's what seems very important about this whole experience.
Leave that scene behind and notice if there's anything else of importance for you to see in that life.
I'm just getting the image of a galaxy, looking at it from far away. I think that's it.
So describe this galaxy.
It's swirling. It's it looks like the Milky Way. It definitely, yeah, it's the Milky Way. It seems like it just seems like I'm just like kind of looking at it like just wondering like where to go next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happens next?
Coming into a white light, just all white everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm seeing time or different times throughout lifetimes. It's like this multi-dimensional realm where I can just see past experiences and things. It's like they're just kind of moving past me, or I'm
Mm-hmm.
moving past them. Hmm.
Are there any that catch your attention?
No, I'm not paying attention to them very much. I'm just seeing them. Seems like there's an angel here now. Angel wants to give me some healing.
Okay. Well, describe me what this healing is doing.
It's like it's like bringing up emotions and like not neutralizing. It's like bringing up past emotions and clearing them, and just wiping them clean almost. Remembering that they're there, that they don't need to be held on to.
Right. So how is the angel doing that?
Just by looking at me, smiling.
How do you feel?
Good. Like it's almost like a process, like just one after the other kind of thing. I just feel like there's so many. It's just kind of going through the process.
Okay.
Feels good. Like I'm just getting lighter.
Is the angel helping you with the cycles of ups and downs with your emotions?
He's just clearing old ones to make room for having new experiences and not associating the experiences with old past emotions.
Wonderful. Is he saying anything to you?
It's telling me I'm powerful. Just saying how strong I am. I'm very strong.
Were you shown this life for that reason, to show you how powerful you are?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And to show that power can embody physicality, or physicality can embody power and strength, just in the same way that there's power and strength in our souls and source and things. And the subtler energies, we think of the subtler energies as so powerful, but physicality, that energy can be just as powerful if you allow it to integrate, and just enjoying it as well. Enjoying physicality was another one.
What can Nicholas do to embrace this power within him, to acknowledge it?
Continue to acknowledge it, continue to strive for it, and remember that he's already a powerful being, and just continue to remember to put pieces back together and continue to have fun with it.
What is the reason we're doing this session today?
It's mainly a struggle. There's just been so much struggle and lots of emotions not being properly released. Although it's getting better, there's still work to be done. There's still help to be given.
Okay. So you guided Nicholas to this session to remember?
Correct. To just continue to remember. Very powerful. Just remembering, just putting the pieces back together again.
Right.
You can feel broken in the physical realm. You can feel separated and out of place, like a puzzle piece. Doesn't fit anywhere, but it's not the case.
No, you've shown him a pretty powerful and amazing life.
It was a very powerful life. It was also a life that didn't get swept up by the need for the power. It came naturally, and with that power, with the more power, the more this one wants to use it to help.
Yes.
To do things and to spread the light.
So can he access this power that you've had in that life?
He has this power in this life as well, yes. It's just a matter of remembering. It's not just the experience of the power that will help him remember. It's also the experience of feeling without the power, being without the power, that will also help him remember. And that's the current experience that he's going through. He feels powerless, but he needs to put the pieces back together and remember his power.
Yeah, so what is the reason he's going through this right now?
He so very badly wants to fast forward time and be his ideal version of this physical incarnation. And it's a good goal, but it's not to be rushed. It's not to be rushed. The true power is in the coming to power. Is in the journey, is in the struggle. Unfortunately, in these denser realms, without the journey, you cannot have the responsibility to be able to wield this power that we all innately have. It will come naturally, but it has to come in time. Otherwise it can easily be misused.
So what advice would you have to give Nicholas about all of this?
As far as the cycles go, the downs are just, there are a multitude of things. There are vibrations coming from all over, cosmic vibrations and local vibrations as well. There are those vibrations, and then there are also
the light waves.
They're all, sorry?
The light waves?
Correct, yes, yeah. There's certain, what he thinks as the low part of the cycle, when he's feeling down, just as we kind of just went over, the experience is what brings you to your power, and the struggle is what brings you to your power. So oftentimes when these high light waves come, there are certain light waves that will make you feel the power and will make you feel powerful. And then there's also certain light waves, equally as beneficial, that will make you move through the more difficult emotions. And in addition to the light waves, it's just, it's the premonitions of experience that move through the consciousness. So as you're having say a bad time, you're having a bad week. We often feel things in anticipation of experiences.
Right.
And that is also a part of it. And he needs to know that these energies, whether they send him up or down, quote unquote, they're always here to help. They're always helping.
Are they, in a sense, purging the darker psyche in our emotions that are hidden for ourselves? And is that why it's harder at this time with these light waves?
A better word would be integrating.
Okay.
But yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay. So I've been experiencing a little bit of the same ups and downs. So this is like the same thing that Nicholas has been experiencing.
You're both very cosmically minded, and this awareness of these cosmic energies and cosmic goings on makes you more susceptible, more susceptible to these feelings and things, and it's normal for light workers.
So just ride the wave and know that when you're down, it's part of the process, and don't weigh yourself down if you're doing low conscious things.
Correct. Yes. Give yourself space, like you would give somebody else that you love space to do these things and to not feel good. And we know that we don't need to fix everyone's emotions all the time. We know that when someone is having certain emotions that they need to go through them, but it's funny, we choose to forget that for ourselves, and we think that we need to fix it.
Yes. Do you have anything else to share about the experiences he has just seen and lived?
He's going to look this up later about the blue beings and things, and do more research. But that was in the star system he calls home. His soul calls home. This is the Syrian star system. Okay. They embody the triad, the three part beings, due to the structure of their star system. And they embody this triad, the mind, body, and soul connection. And that's why he tries so hard to be balanced in this regard.
Okay, wow. Do they have a name, these beings?
The Syrian beings?
Yes, that he was in his past life. Or do we know them as human beings in our culture?
Their name has changed. These beings, there's more than one colony. Think of Earth like a colony, and then the Syrians like the colonists, almost. And there are other colonists as well, the Arcturians and things, but the Syrians have been many different incarnations within their star system of different beings.
So are we ready to look at these questions that Nicholas has had? Or is there anything else? Okay, good. So I guess we covered the question about what information is needed in this session. Is that correct?
Correct, yes. Remembering the strength, remembering the power, and remembering that the ups and downs are really all progress.
Right. So you would like to know more about other humanoid races. Which ones are here helping us on Earth?
All of them help in different ways. Many of your channelers channel different races. And they help mostly according to what density they are. So the higher density, the less they tend to help in more dense matters,
Okay.
and the more they tend to help in subtler matters of the soul, of energies and things. Direct ways more come from the Syrians. There's a large amount of Syrian star seeds on the planet right now.
Is there a history that can be shared that will be relevant to the human race?
It's not. Yes, there is, but it's out there. It's not particularly pertinent to this session. He will find out in time, but it's not particularly pertinent to this time now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, with all of the energies going around, is the time to go inward and have less external distractions. It's very, very easy for people in general, but also especially starseeds, to practice escapism, to keep your mind busy, and it's understandable because the denseness that you're living in now can be very difficult, but you have to try to go within. Just keep putting the pieces back together and remembering.
Right. So, is it true that in 1994 there was an invasion of some sort on the Earth?
That is true in certain timelines, yes.
I wondered who these invaders were and what were they looking for.
They were a karmic subset of the Greys, and they were also a karmic subset of the Reptilians.
Okay.
These cosmic karmic cycles can cause events to fall out of hand,
mm-hmm.
and require higher assistance.
Yes.
It is usually something that if it's something such as that magnitude, then it requires assistance. But there are other karmic cycles that go on from these lower beings,
okay.
that don't require assistance. But that incident was one that, of course, required assistance.
So, if I'm interpreting that correctly, the higher realms gave their permission to rewind time to like 1 second before the invasion to wipe everything that has happened?
In a sense, yes.
Wow. Okay.
There has to be a good reason for these things to happen.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it was not in the galaxy's best interests to allow this to happen. For it would have greatly intertwined karmic energies of these lower beings with the humans.
Because we were a very low, dense vibrational planet, and the karmic repercussions would have been hard to manage?
Correct. There's already much intertwining of the karmic energies of the humans and these lower vibrational beings. There's already enough for Earth and the humans to handle.
Right.
And so things like that cannot be allowed to happen any further.
Yes.